Wild 94.9.
Hey, this is Dahlia. You're about to check out my interview with Nessa on 949.com. No, you say you a gangster. That don't impress me none. You say you a gangster. Ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself. I ain't getting help from no one. You say you a gangster, but that don't impress me none. You say you a gangster. Ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself. I ain't getting help from no one.
Gangsta! Look
What
at
up?
that. I love the fact that you know how to sing live.
Yes, I do. I do know how to sing live.
A lot of artists can't do that nowadays, so I can absolutely appreciate that.
Thank you.
And you write your music?
I do. I write my own music.
Who influenced you the most?
The most, I would have to give it to B.B. King.
Okay, wow.
I would have to give it to him. Just his delivery, he's just nasty with it. His guitar, I used to memorize his guitar riffs, and he knew how to make a guitar cry. He knew how to cry. He knew how to just kind of put all his emotions and everything right there into the music, and it just resonated with me so much.
Gosh, you have some really high, super high standards.
Yo,
I'm
gotta have
like
soul.
Kanye.
No, you gotta have
Kanye.
soul.
Yeah.
You have to have soul, yo, and you have to have grit and feeling and then we'll get Kanye later.
Yeah, of course.
Verse.
I mean,
we'll get
B.B.
him
King
later.
or Kanye.
All
I think
good.
Kanye understands that. He's not, he's not gonna
He's
set
all
out a tweet
goody.
Cat Dahlia,
Yeah,
you pick
really?
B.B. King over me. What?
That's the king, yo. End of the day, he is the king.
It's really interesting to know a little bit more about you. Where do you come from? Where did this all happen?
Where
Who are you?
Where were you birthed?
Yeah.
I'm from Miami, and I was born into a very strict Cuban family, right? So my mom was a single mother of 4. I have 6 other siblings.
Wow.
And when I was much younger, my family had a lot of money. So we were, not a lot of money, but we were chilling. I was in Coco Chanel at 5.
Ooh,
I was doing it. And then as I got older, things started to change. And then when you're 9, 10 years old and you're in a hotel room, you're like, what's going on? What just happened?
Yeah.
I just had my own room with all the CDs I ever wanted and what's going on. Now I'm sharing a bed with my 2 other sisters. And but you learn fast. I think there's a difference between kind of growing up with nothing and then growing up with it and then losing it and not really comprehending why, but having to adjust. And growing up in this type of environment, in this society, in this country, and just the way that things are set up, it's almost feels like you're set up to fail.
Oh gosh, the realest thing. Absolutely.
We're set up to fail.
And you did one of your songs, Fireman.
Yeah.
Right? And you're talking about a dude who burnt you and stuff like that, which is something that all girls can relate to.
Yeah.
Right? So right now, are you dealing with something? Or do you have a relationship? Are you single?
I'm so single.
That's awesome.
I'm so single, Nessa.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm single, yo. I'm I'm single. I have my fun here and there, but there's nobody that really strikes me right now, so I'm not really paying attention to it, and I'm focusing on my music and I'm focusing on my career.
Yeah. So when you're doing all this and you're, all over the place, you're making it happen right now, do the exes try to hit you up and be like, hey, I'm so proud of you? I hate that line, by the way.
Yeah, right?
They always want to send you that text, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Right, I know.
Do they try to do that, or is it pretty
I'm cool with a couple of them,
yeah.
And they hit me up every now and again. It's just I'm so busy right now, but yeah, some of them I'm cool with, and that's cool. And then there's others that just hit me up from the blue, and it's not even like we were really together ever. I was I was definitely not your girlfriend, and you're hitting me up like we were in love.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really bother me though.
Yeah. No, I just think it's so interesting. Every time I hear, songs about an ex or whatever, I'm always wondering, do they ever come back around and they're like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So let's say we were going to put a perfect dude together for you. Because look, you're my girl, and I'm like, all right. Next time Kat comes out to the bay, I want to have someone just like perfect for her.
Just perfect for
like,
me.
I mean, do you like them tall? Do you mind them short?
You know what's funny? It's like I'm not even about the looks, though.
Wow, so this is great. You're giving like ugly dudes a chance right now. So this
I really
is great.
am. I've dated some ugly dudes. I really have.
So,
because they had a dope personality.
Okay, so what about that personality? Like, are they humorous?
They have to be funny. They
Absolutely.
have to be charismatic.
Yes.
But they can't overcompensate with their charisma and their confidence when they're really kind of hiding some insecurity, because I can't deal with that shit.
God, no one can.
And they just got to be cool, yo, and laid back, and but they also have to help me grow. You know, I can't be the one that's constantly trying to lift them up. You know, you always want somebody that's also gonna challenge you.
Yeah.
You know?
How about profession? Do they have to be, you know, into music, or could they just be like a lawyer?
Definitely has to be somebody that understands what I do, because I think at this point in my life, number one for me, my biggest passion is the music. So I'll stay in the studio all night because I just like it there and I like creating. So if they don't understand that and it becomes some type of jealousy thing, which I've already been through, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? So long as they understand, then that's cool.
Let's get some girl advice, because I think you'd be really good at this. I think you could help out lost girls out there that, you know, are confused when it comes to love with guys, okay? So let's say a guy, you know, wants to take you home after the first night of meeting you. Do you feel like a serious relationship could come out of that?
Do I feel like a serious relationship
out of
can
a
come
one-night stand?
It hasn't for me. It hasn't come out for me. I think it's one-night stand turns into like 4-night stands, and then that's pretty much it. For me, I need to feel like I know you. I need to feel comfortable with you, and I need for you to know that you feel comfortable with me, because, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it might get a little freaky. So if you're not down, we need to know this. You know what I mean? So, you know, you never know. You never know what you're getting into, especially like going home with a dude. So I try to not do that.
So like, okay, when you go out on a date with a guy for the first time, should he pay? Or should the girl at least offer?
No, he should absolutely pay.
Classic advice.
Yes, I've worked in restaurants for a long time.
Nice.
And it just doesn't, I've been a waitress, I've been a busser, I've been a hostess, and it just doesn't feel right. Like if you're gonna invite me out to dinner, you're the one inviting me. If I invite you out to dinner, okay, so I'm paying the bill.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if a girl, see, this is what I don't support. If a girl's like, hey, let's go out to dinner. Yeah. And then she's just sitting there at the table like, all right, so here's the bill.
Yeah.
Like, that's whack.
Yeah, okay.
But if a dude is inviting you out to dinner, okay, I'm gonna make plans. So I'm gonna separate a couple things for you so that we can go out to dinner so we can spend time together. Because you're asking for my time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? I don't wanna say you're paying for my time because that sounds weird. But, you know, if you wanna feed me, then feed me, motherfucker.
Feed me,
you know?
Somewhere nice. Like, and how about where you go to eat? I mean, do we judge a guy on the place? Like, you know.
See, this is where it becomes like my personal thing,
Yeah,
because I used to work in restaurants.
Yeah.
So like for me, I know about dining. I know how to sit at a dinner table and really order and really have a good dinner. But when you go out to dinner, yo, it's time to gozar. It's time to like really just like enjoy, feast, talk, like just vibe out. Yeah. I mean, people, like one of our common needs is food, right?
Absolutely.
So let's like chop it up while we eat food. That's what we all love, at the end of the day. You know?
All right, so I know you're really into your music. I want to ask you a couple questions about music and your passion for it, okay?
Okay.
So if you had to go 5 days without food, okay, you had to pick between that or 5 weeks without music. Because you love
5 weeks without music.
Yeah, and you had to pick one.
5 days without food?
Or 5 weeks without music. I mean, you can still have water, you know, you can do a little juice.
A little juice?
A little juice. Juice is okay. Liquids are fine.
And 5 weeks without music. Meaning what? I can't listen to music?
You can't listen, do, write, nothing.
I can't do anything?
Nope. If you had to pick between the two. Surviving, you know, and you need both. For someone like you.
But I can't imagine 5 weeks without music without being able to do anything.
Nothing.
It's almost like then you're almost telling me I can't even think. You know what I mean? Because music is constantly in thought, right? So it's almost like you're not even alive. I don't know. It seems weird. I would probably just do the 5 days without food and just knock it out.
Absolutely.
And then
Thug it out. You got this. You got this.
Day, I'm just out. I'm doing lobster. I'm doing a seafood tower. I'm doing crab legs.
Oh, gosh.
I'm doing a little champagne.
Hello.
Dessert.
And the dude's paying for it.
Yeah, and the dude's paying for it.
So when I come out to Miami, you have to tell
me. We turning up.
We go to
the club.
Katrina knows how to twerk really well.
Oh, really?
She's the twerk leader out of the crew. And she could do the splits. So, you know, make sure you show us
love
around.
that.
I love crab legs, just so you know.
All right,
like,
for sure. So we're
crab
going to Joe's.
Yeah.
We're going to Monty's, down on First Street.
That's how we're going to do it next
With
time.
the bibs and shit.
Yes. I love it. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you.
You say you a gangster, that don't impress me none. You say you a gangster, ain't seen a thing you done. I do it all myself, I ain't